walk like this, talk like this, look like this, you could never. Bad red bone from the south, round hitting licks with a yellow. Bitch so bad when I walk past, niggas sing my name a cappella.
Hey loves, excuse my hands, they're wet. I just washed them. I'm about to dry them now. So as you guys can see from the title, I will be showing you guys how to make chicken Philly egg rolls. I was about to cook this, but I was like, you know what? I wonder would they be interested in seeing how I make these. Now, of course, there's a million ways how to make these, but this is just how I make mine for my family. So before I get started, I want to show you guys everything that I'm going to be using, okay? So I'm going to be using sweet bell peppers right here. This is just the yellow one, the red one, and the orange one. And it's just a 3-pack mixed bell peppers. Gives the food so much flavor. Also, by the time you guys see this video, I will have my nail video up, I believe. If not, then just subscribe to stay tuned for that. Me and Clea's nails. And then I'm using this chicken fajita meat. And I'm also using grilled chicken breast dices that's already diced right here. As you guys back here, right here. This is what I use to fry my egg rolls. This is just the brand I use. You can use whatever brand you want. I like to use this because it has no MSG, no trans fat, and it's egg free. You guys know I really like eggs like that. I have cilantro right here. I have a pepper because we like it spicy over here, but I'm sure you guys have seen most of my cooking videos. We like it spicy, y'all already know that. 2 onions. Now, if you don't like a lot of onions, then you don't have to use but 1. And honestly, if you don't like onions, you don't even have to use onions. But we love onions in this house, so of course, we have to have 2 onions when I make this. You can use shredded cheese or this kind of cheese, but you guys, I don't like to use these. That's what my kids like. I prefer the white American cheese, which this is going to go in the meat after it's done, and I'm just going to stir everything up in there, but you guys will see. And then I have, of course, minced garlic, because y'all know your girl loves minced garlic. Worcestershire sauce. This is my favorite. You guys can see that this is the extra fancy Southwest style fajita. You gotta have some sort of fajita seasoning. It doesn't have to say chicken. It's just gonna make everything taste like fajita-ish, whatever. Lemon pepper, ground ginger. Yes, I put ground ginger in mine. Red crushed peppers. Crushed red peppers, onion powder, and y'all already know this is my go-to seasoning for everything. This is the Grill Master, which the brand is McCormick. Montreal seasoning, which is a steak seasoning, but you guys, it doesn't have to be steak. You can use this on pork chops. You guys know I don't eat pork or beef, but you can use this on pork chops. You can use this on chicken, of course, anything, turkey, fish, steak, whatever, you can use it. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and sit everything over to the side that I don't need. And then for the dipping sauce, this is what we use to dip. This is salsa con queso. This is the brand. You can use any type of cheese dipping you want for the egg rolls, of course. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up all of this stuff, and you guys will see me like season the meat and all that good jazz. I'll show you guys how I wrap the egg rolls and everything like that. So let's just get started. I'm just gonna hold the camera so you guys can see how fine I chop up the chicken. You don't want the chicken to be too thick, but you don't want it to be too small. So about that size, okay? And then I also just chopped up my onions. Like I said, this is 2 onions, 1 jalapeno pepper, and the 3 mixed bell peppers. Like I said, the red one, the yellow one, and the orange one. And this is a close-up pack if you guys want to see. Want to screenshot that. So yes, it's a lot of chopping. So if you're lazy, sweetie, this meal is not for you. But to everyone else who's not lazy, this is a good meal. This is something really quick. It doesn't take, like, it's probably gonna take me maybe 25 minutes to cook. Like, this is a 30-minute meal, okay? Super quick, super easy. So I'm just gonna chop up my cilantro right there after I rinse it off and clean it. And then the next clip you guys are gonna see is me cooking the meat, and I'll show you guys how I add all my seasonings and ingredients into the skillet. Okay, you guys, so I hope you can hear me because I have my vent on. So as you guys can see, now this is how I make mine, you guys. I don't add my meat first. I always add my peppers. Now what I have here at the bottom of this skillet is olive oil. And I put in the onions, I put in all the peppers and the jalapenos, and I let that cook for a little bit. And then while that's cooking, I'm gonna take 2.5 spoons of garlic. Now, if you don't like garlic, skip over this step. You don't have to add the garlic to your sub. This is just what I do. Okay, now that that's in, I'm just gonna let this cook for a little bit. Stir that up a little bit and just let it cook a little. I'm gonna turn the skillet up more. And then what I like to do is add in a little chicken at a time. I do not like to add in all the chicken at the same time. But I let the peppers and stuff cook first a little bit because it's still gonna cook more. So I say maybe like 7 to 10 minutes of cooking the peppers and stuff. As you can see, they're a little cooked, but you definitely don't want to put the meat in first and then put in the raw vegetables, because all the flavor and seasonings is coming from the bottom of the skillet as always. Like, you don't get the flavor from the top of the skillet, you always get it from the bottom. So I'm just going to add the chicken in little by little. I never like to dump my chicken over in all at one time. And I kind of like spread it all out. As you can see, I turned it up a little more because I do want the peppers not burnt, but I want them well done. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I have all my chicken over like that, I'm just going to add the rest of the chicken. Like so. Just like that. And then the first thing that I do is take my Worcestershire sauce. And you guys, I don't measure anything. I say this in all my videos. I've been cooking for a long time, so I never measure anything. I just know. Worcestershire sauce, and then the steak seasoning, which I like to just take the whole top off, you guys. This, I want to see the seasonings on my meat. Like, I want to see it on there. Because this chicken really doesn't have any flavor, and you're flavoring your meat right now. So whatever the meat tastes like, I hope you guys can hear me over this vent. Because if I don't turn the vent on, it's going to steam out. You guys are not going to be able to see the camera, but hopefully you guys can hear me. But that's what I was saying. You want to make sure the meat is seasoned very well, because you're going to taste the meat to make sure the meat is seasoned and perfectly done before you can make your egg rolls. So if this meat is bland, throw the whole meal away because it's not going to be any good. A little lemon pepper, onion powder, ginger, y'all know we like it spicy, red pepper flakes. But you know, if you don't like all these seasonings, you don't have to add all these seasonings. This is just the way I cook it. And then of course you want to be very gentle with the Southwest fajita seasoning. It may look salty, but it's, trust me, it's not. And then you're gonna let this cook a little bit, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my cilantro. I like it to cook with the meat. And this is like one, I guess you would say one bush of cilantro. And I like mine's kind of chunky. I don't like it diced. Let me wash my hands, y'all. So I'm just gonna stir this up. And a lot of you guys always ask me about my skillets and pots and pans. Right now, this is the Rachel Ray set in red. I've had this now for about 2 years, I believe. And she has multiple colors. So I'm just gonna stir everything up. I'm gonna let the meat cook. And once this meat is done, I'm gonna add the cheese to it. Because you want to make sure the cheese is good and melted in the meat, because all you're doing is taking this right here and you're adding it to the egg roll wrap, and you're just going to deep fry it. So this is going to cook for about 15 minutes because, girl, look, when you cooking chicken, you want to make sure that chicken is well done. So I'll come back and show you guys when I add the cheese in. You can see I've already added in my white American cheese and the Colby Jack cheese. So you're just gonna let this melt. And once the cheese has completely melted, as you guys can see, it is completely melted. Now I'm about to start stuffing the egg rolls, and I'll show you guys how I make them. So I have my water running really slowly because I'm gonna show you guys how I wrap up my egg rolls. Now what I do, you guys, is take my hands, and my hands aren't clean, I just washed them, and I go around the sides with a nice little piece of water. I said a piece of water, y'all know what I mean. And then I just take the meat, the filling, whatever filling you want to use. And the good thing about making egg rolls, you guys, you can put whatever you want inside of your egg rolls. Now some may wrap them different than me, but this is just how I do mine. Okay, this is just my little technique. I hope you guys can see. Let me get a little closer. Okay, so now that I've wrapped them, let me see, and I do have my skillet on medium high, it's definitely ready to go. So this is what I do, you guys. I take this in and I flip it over like this. And then right here, I crease it down like so. And I put a little more water to lock it sealed. And you're going to do the same thing on this side. And you're just going to seal it in with that water. And then you're going to take this side, and you're going to basically tuck it like that. You're going to put some water right there, and you're just going to roll it up tight. And that's your egg roll. It's good and wrapped just like that. Just put it over there. So the egg rolls are done, you guys. This is how they look in the inside. Nice and cheesy, and the egg rolls are super crispy. And then, like I said, this is the dipping sauce. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do decide to make these chicken fajita egg rolls, definitely let me know. Snap me and show me what you guys came up with. But these are so good, you guys. Definitely make these. They're so bomb. They're so quick. and they're really, really easy to make. So if you enjoyed this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat and Instagrams. Snapchat seen it first. I love you guys so much, and until next time, you guys, bye.
I had to hop off the porch and go get it. I went to pick up the torch and then lit it. They tried to tell me I can't, but I did it. When I pull up, bitches look like they shit it. I had to start from the motherfucking bottom.